Hello, my name is Raisa Ares, and today I'll be sharing the last questionnaire that we need to share. So I'll be reading question by question and I'll be saying the answers as well. So the first one is, what is an alphabet? It is a system of signs known as letters that are used to set down or represent speech in written form. What is a phonetic alphabet? It is a system in which each symbol is associated invariably with a particular sound, thus representing only one phoneme. What does IPA stand for? The two answers go: International Phonetic Alphabet and International Phonetic Association. What is phonetic transcription? It is the visual representation of speech sounds or phonemes using a specific phonetic alphabet like the IPA. What's the difference between phonemic and allophonic transcription? Phonemic, it is the visual representation of only phonemes. It is broad transcription, the one that we find in dictionaries, and using a specific phonetic alphabet. So it is the visual representation of only phonemes using a specific phonetic alphabet. Meanwhile, allophonic transcription is a comparative transcription that represents how an allophone works. Also, it is the written representation of the many ways an allophone can occur. So, 6. What are segmental and suprasegmental elements of transcription? The segmental elements of phonetics transcription are vowels, consonants, and the stress mark, all elements within the transcribing segment or line. The suprasegmental elements of transcription are intonation, accent, voicing, and rhythm, which may be represented by additional special symbols that are shown above the segment. 7. What are stress marks? How can they be classified? A stress mark is a phonetic mark such as an apostrophe or lower apostrophe that is placed before or after the stressed syllable to show the stressing and pronunciation. What is the difference between broad and narrow transcription? Broad transcription, phonetic, indicates only the most noticeable phonetic features of an utterance, whereas narrow transcription includes all suprasegmental elements, encodes more information about the phonetic variations of the specific allophones in the utterance. What is the definition of syllable? It is a unit of spoken language consisting of single uninterrupted sound. What is the major element of every syllable? It is the nucleus. What are the standard 3 parts of a syllable? Do we always have them? The 3 parts of a syllable are onset, nucleus, and coda. And no, we don't always have them. Write examples of syllables with all 3 parts and examples missing parts of the syllable. With no coda, we have so, t. With no onset, up, it. And multiphonemic coda and onset, stand. What is the difference between open and closed syllables? Open syllables ends in a vowel, no coda, it doesn't have a coda. And closed syllables ends in a consonant, they have a coda. How can you count the number of syllables in an English word? By counting the vowel sounds or by counting the number of times our jaw goes down. What's the difference between monosyllabic and polysyllabic words? Monosyllabic words have one syllable, whereas polysyllabic words have multiple syllables. What is a dialect? What are its major features? It is the variation of language that is proper of a certain group of people in a region or a social group of a country. Features are grammar, pronunciation, vocabulary, and spelling. What's the difference between dialect and a language? Dialect is the variation of a language that is proper of a certain group of people in a region or social community of a country. A language is the standard system of arbitrary sounds and their written representation characteristic of a larger group of people, countries that have a standard realization understandable by that larger community. Language is an arbitrary system of vocal symbols used for human communication. What is pronunciation? What are its major elements? The oral production of speech sound is pronunciation. Its major elements are intonation, stress, rhythm, and accent. What is accent? It is a distinctive way of pronouncing a language, especially one associated with a particular country, area, or social class. What's stress? It's the emphasis we place on specific syllable of a word when we pronounce it. What's rhythm? It's the sense of movement in speech marked by the stress, timing, speed, and quantity of syllables. What is intonation? How voice falls and rises in speech to combine sounds. What is elision? It is the complete omission of one or more sounds, making the word easier to pronounce.